Now we're going to take a look in this section of our tutorial at some main key commands that we need to be familiar with as we begin working with Ableton Live. I'm going to toggle over now to a PowerPoint view. And you can see here that we have several that are going to toggle the view or give us access to main sections within Ableton Live, such as the browser, the overview, the lower or detail section, and also some of the sections within the mixer. So let's look at this now. On a Mac, we're going to hold Command Option and a single key. And for Windows, we're going to hold Control and Alternate for a single key. Let's toggle back over to Ableton Live. And now if I hold Command Option B, I can quickly hide the browser or reveal the browser. Now notice that when the browser is open, we can't quite see all the tracks. A scroll bar appears and we can go back and forth and see all the tracks. But with this hidden, the control bar disappears and we now can see more clips. However, there are still plenty clips that we cannot see. And to get access to those, we might want to hide our access to this lower or detail section. Again, Command Option L, and now finally Command Option O to toggle the view to the overview. So now I have a great deal of screen just to see the clips and the tracks. Again, we're going to go now over to the mixer section, and we have I/O, send, return, mixer, and crossfade that can be controlled through some key commands. So again, I'm holding down Command Option, and I for I/O is going to hide or reveal the input section of the mixer. And again, right away we gain more screen space for working with clips. Below that, S for the sends. So I'll type in S. And then the R, Command Option R, will hide or reveal these return tracks here. Doing that now, Command Option R. Then below that, M, or Control Option M for the main section of the mixer. This may not seem so critical now, but we can resize the mixer for detail work. Then the ability to hide it is very important. And then down at the bottom, the crossfader. A lot of times we need this, but look at this song. We do not need it because we have no channels or tracks assigned to the AB crossfader function. So I'm going to hold down Command Option and F. Again, crossfade. Now we've got a great deal of screen. We can even open up our lower detail view, and we've got access to all the clips and the detail view at the same time. Very helpful. Okay, I'm going back now to that PowerPoint presentation view. Notice also it says if we hold Command Option or Control Alternate and use the mouse, we can grab and scroll. Let's go back to Ableton Live. Now this is only particularly helpful in the Arrange view. Now let's say we're zoomed in. We can hold Command Option and the hand appears, and we can move forward or backwards in time. We can also scroll up and down within tracks. So we have so many tracks or lanes open that we can't see everything. Command Option Hand allows us to grab and move around. Okay, again returning back to the presentation and going to the next screen. There's a next set that we can toggle our view on. And the first one we should know already by now, and that is the Tab key will toggle us back and forth between Session View and Arrange View. So below that we can also toggle whether the detail is showing us track info or clip info by holding down Shift and Tab. Let's go back to Ableton Live. And again now, Tab key toggles us back and forth between Session and back into Arrange. Additionally, now if we hold down Shift and Tab, we can toggle whether this is viewing track detail or clip information. So again, Tab by itself and then Shift Tab. If we go back to our keynote presentation, you can see that we can also change the detail mode from track to clip mode by typing F12, or if you're on a Mac, holding down Control and F12. Another nice little detail is that we can go into full screen mode by typing F11, or on the Mac, Control and F11. Let's go take a look at full screen view. So I'm going back over to Ableton Live, and let's type. Notice what's happened when I did Control F11. we no longer have any view of the menus across the top. We've gained a little space on the bottom. Again, I'm typing Control F11 again to come out and back in and out. So primarily we lose this lost screen of this edge of this window and also our menus across the top. One more thing I want to point out about that, Control F11, is notice this little arrow down here in your lower right hand corner. Clicking on that will also bring you out of full screen view. One more thing we have is the info view, and if you notice as you hover above it, it will give you its own key command as the question mark. Now that is actually the shift and / is what hides and reveals that. Okay, this concludes our first look at key commands, and these are primarily again the ones that hide and reveal major sections of Ableton Live and toggle certain views. Next we'll be taking a look at using the transport key commands and also how to adjust some values.